In this video, we're going to look at creating a Jamboard, which is a whiteboard that you can use in collaboration with your students, or you could just use it for annotation purposes. So the way that you get to the system is you must have a Google account, and you can create a new one by going to Google Drive and pressing on the New button, scrolling down to More, and then you'll find Google Jamboard in the list of things that you can create. Alternatively, on any Google program, you've got these 9 dots. You can press that, and then you scroll down, and in there you'll find Jamboard. And if I was to press that, it'll come up with my existing Jamboards that I've made previously. And to make a new one, you just press on the plus button on the bottom right. Now, the Jamboard, like everything else on Google, if you want to title it, you just press Untitled Jam. And once we've titled it, then we've got some tools at the top, which enable us to zoom in. We can change the background, and there's some pre-configured backgrounds, such as a chalkboard, blue board. You've got some graph paper, and you have some lines and some dots, or you can just leave it as the default white. You can also clear the frame, and that will clear everything that's on there. You've got your traditional undo and redo buttons as well. So to draw on the board, you can just click the pen, and the default one will just draw a black line for you. If I press the little arrow by the side, then you can see the tools that we've got. So we've got a pen, we've got a marker. Let me show you that in a different colour. It's a little bit thicker. We've also got a highlighter tool, and this one, it actually looks like a highlighter when you use it. It will be semi-transparent. If we click along, you've then got the paintbrush, and we'll do this one in red, and you can see that's a bit wider. So the idea behind the system, it's really easy to use. There's no ways that you can set the line thicknesses and things. You just use the appropriate tool for what you're after. So to remove anything, you've got the erase tool, and you can just click a little bit, and then you rub over your board. If you want to select anything, you can just use the select icon there, and then you can click on pictures and things. This option here enables us to put a sticky note on, so we can press that, and then you choose your colour, and save when you've typed something. You just keep going, and once you've finished, you just press cancel, and then they're all available. And these are objects that you can click and hold and just drag them around. Now, because this is collaborative, we can, of course, get the students to come on here, and they can write all of these sticky notes and things and work together. Right, the next option down, drawing, we will go on a new slide in a second and add one of those. And the option below that is shapes, so you can choose any shape that you would like from here. You can draw it, you go up to the top, you can change the surround, and you can change the fill colour. And you can just drag that wherever you'd like it. Now notice that when I drag this over something, the thing beneath disappears, and that's because this, like most other paint programs, uses a layering and putting things underneath and above. So if you want the thing beneath to show up, all you do is you click on the 3 dots, and there's an option that says order, and then center back, and then that brings the object beneath it above. Okay. Next option is add text box, so you just click and press. You can put some words in there. If you click it, you'll notice that where we've got normal, this is the style, there is no options to change the type of font and the size. The options are you choose the style that you want. So if we press display, that would be nice and big. We can do title. You can't change the individual font size. You can change, of course, the colour, and if it's quite a long bit of text in a big box, we can actually change how it's aligned, so center or right. This last option here, the laser, if you're presenting this, you can actually click and hold this, and then you get a little laser line so you can highlight things to people, and it'll disappear after a few seconds. Okay, so we want a second slide. So all you do is go up to the right hand arrow at the top, and you press that, and then you get a second slide. So what we can now do, if we click the image option, then we could go to Google Drive, and we could see what images I've got. Perhaps I want to add that one. You just double click and it will go on. You could also bring the picture in from your computer or search for it, and we'll resize that. And then we can then use all the other tools on that diagram. So we could use the pen with black, highlight some words. We could use the highlighter in green, just highlight that. There you go. Now I should say about highlighter, if you go over something several times, it makes it even darker and it prevents the thing beneath being seen. So you've got to be very light with the highlighters. Once we've got that, we're happy, we can then press the next button and it will go to another clear slide. To share this with students, this is an ordinary Google Drive file, and so you can share files in Google Classroom just the same as you normally would. You just choose the Jamboard. Alternatively, go to Share on the Jamboard, and then you can type names in. You can click the name. You can choose if they're editors or viewers, and then just press Send, and it will get shared. Now there are some options. If you click the three dots, you can rename, like we did by clicking on the top left. You can download this as a PDF. We can save the current frame as an image. We can delete it. This is the whole Jamboard. Make a copy of this Jamboard, and those are the options really. That the system is designed to be very easy to use, and so it should work quite nicely.